Yo, what's going on, guys? Koi here. Today we're going to be talking about Grand Arena and the tier list for what skills you should be using. Now, one little disclaimer that I have to add for everybody is that you need to be using every single one of these skills at least one time per match. You want to make sure you use it at least one time because then you get the gems for it. If you don't get the gems for it, then what's the point of even using it? All right. So first things first, use every single one of these skills at least one time per match, and you'll get the rewards for doing that. Lots of gems, so you can get your hands on other skills. But you know, we're here for this. So let's get into the game. First things first, we got Luffy. Now Luffy, right, does 200 damage straight up without buffs, obviously, without any type of stars or anything like that. Honestly, very solid, but honestly, the character himself just only hits like a very small sector, doesn't do enough damage to like really warrant the fact that he should be higher. He is very good, but it is what it is. He doesn't do a lot of damage. It's just a single target, doesn't have that much range, nor does it have that much depth. So it's like, the character himself is only very normal. Now, Nico Robin, on the other hand, oh my god, does she hit AoE? She hits AoE off the rip. She does so much damage, and she actually hits multi hit. So if you guys have not noticed, she actually hits multi hit, and you want to make sure you dodge first, obviously. But she does so much damage. It's really nice. Fishman, Fishman Karate Fishman from Arlong Park. He's honestly very good. He does a stun, which allows you to do a secondary move. So it doesn't even matter if you end up hitting the first move or not. This character will end up making sure that you hit that next move next, no matter what. So if you have like a Mihawk or something like that, then this is the character that you're going to be using for that. So you can get that extra bit of damage as an instant attack. So it's very nice. Captain Kuro, I love him. Don't get me wrong, he is my favorite character throughout all of the games ever, but he just doesn't really hit the mark. He takes too long to start up. He does multi hit, but he does multi hit within a certain category of multi hits. He just doesn't really do too much damage in order for him to really be there. His pussyfoot maneuver, which is his attack, he only does so much throughout a straightforward attack. It's very mid, in my opinion. It should be a lot more like Bounty Rush, but it really isn't. Mihawk, oh my god, Mihawk should really be up here. He's a very solid character. Honestly, he does that really good hit from a distance. He has a lot of distance on him. I've been hit by the clip of Mihawk before where like it hits me right at the end there. He's so nice to like actually use from a distance to the point where it's like, oh, you could get so much points, so much worth out of him. Das Bones, oh my god, this is the worst attack ever, bro, for the best character ever from the Alabasta arc. Das Bones just doesn't do. He does Luffy, but negative times two. That's the problem. He doesn't hit that fucking punch as much as you'd like him to. But he throws the punch, and then after that he does one punch, two punches. The second punch is the one that throws out the attack, and it just doesn't do enough damage to even be warranted. It's so bad, honestly, so bad to the point where it's like not even worth it. But of course, use them one time so you can get those gems. But besides that, no, thank you. Now Sanji is an amazing character. Honestly, he kind of puts you a little further, except for a dash. He actually uses concierge and he like does the drop kick. That drop kick does so much damage. It's so really nice, and honestly, it gives you some distance between you and the other people. You can throw this into a mixed fight, and you'll end up coming out on top because it does so much damage after you flip into the air and give so much distance. It's so nice, honestly. Um, Ace. Oh my god, Ace is so good, man. Ace is actually so good. The thing about Ace, right, is that he does Dain Kai, which is the massive fireball that you throw towards the opponents, and then after that, oh my god, he does fire damage on the floor around them. So as long as you throw that Dain Kai, you're gonna get damage even from the fire below, which is so freaking nice. Honestly, it's so good. Mm. Crocodile. Crocodile, we share the same birthday, but honestly, this character, man, he is so good, but he can be beat up by like anybody who has any type of range move. Once he gets that down and he does that sandstorm, mm, he just loses after that because like if anybody has any range, he just doesn't stand a chance. Very very nice character. Very very solid move. Honestly, Sandstorm is my favorite move, but since he doesn't have any iframes when he uses it, he ends up taking all that damage from other characters, which makes him take a massive L in this category. Now, Arlong. Arlong, I would love to put him in A, but honestly, he is an S tier character. The reason because is because it allows him to actually gain a lot of distance compared to other characters. And if you're actually a part of that category of people who actually get King of the Pirates, this is how you're going to get away from everybody who's trying to attack you. This is just so solid and so hardcore to the point where like Arlong himself is able to push you to that limit where you can actually get that distance. Honestly, it's probably about like a little further than this, probably about like right here. But Arlong gets that distance, that's it. You're good. Now, I honestly think I should actually switch these two because freaking Nico Robin has that AoE, right? But what do you call it? Bon Clay is way faster than Nico Robin. Bon Clay does that damage, and then after that, he just like keeps there, and you can keep doing your combos right after that, which is no problem at all. And that's why he's a little better than Nico Robin in this category. Usopp is so bad, bro. If you do not hit that attack, that's it. You don't have anything to do after that. It's so thin. Zoro is incredibly solid, honestly. He does that big distance with the onigiri. The only downside with it is the fact that, like, obviously it doesn't do crazy amounts of damage. So if you are a part of that category of people who want to use Zoro, totally do it. It's totally worth it. But as of right now, Zoro does have that fall off point where if Zoro just doesn't do that much damage after that because, that is what it is. All right. We have Wapol. Wapol is incredibly good. Honestly, that nice little AoE explosion can be hit from a close distance and also from a far distance. But I love him, but he's like up there. You know what I mean? He's like really up there in the top A. Zoro does his job, but a lot better. So if you already have Zoro, which is everybody from the game, obviously Zoro is that category of character that you just have to like use it, and then there you go, you're good. Wapol, you have to be very, very specific with how you use him because it's only a one cannonball that only does so much damage from a distance. And if you don't hit that cannonball, then it's over. You can hit from close, you can hit from afar, but if you don't hit it at all, that's it. You just don't do anything. Now, okay, so the blindness is very, very nice, honestly, from Hachi. But if you don't use Hachi accordingly, and then you have to that use like a nice move, Hachi sometimes has a a chance to actually hit the move, and then after that, he's useless after that. After he hits the move, he's useless, man. There's nothing you can really do after that because Hachi only does so much. The blindness is nice, but that does not stun. Stun is a much better category of damage than blindness in general. And that's just a real freaking problem because, like, honestly, the other dude who knows Fishman Karate does a lot more with that stun than freaking Hachi, and Hachi just can't really deal with anything else after that. It is what it is. You can play him defensively, offensively, but he's really there, but he's not really there. Don Krieg is just one of those characters that has that little bit of momentum. You could throw that like battle spear, and the second you hit the floor, it's over. But after that, Don Krieg is no more. He has to walk two steps before he actually hits that battle spear. And if he doesn't hit that battle spear, then he's useless. And it's a very, very small amount of damage that he does with that really hardcore battle spear thrust. It is the battle spear that does the explosion. So he only moves forward two steps, and then boom, he does the battle spear on the ground, and then after that's over. Nothing you can really do. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Take it easy and peace out.